Hi guys, and welcome back to the Mad Loud House and my live chat. We got home from holiday last week, Thursday, and we were just so sick, like literally man down, all of us. But we're on the mend, and I know my voice sounds a bit husky, but yes, I'm feeling a lot better. So we haven't done the 500 subscriber challenge because we just were not feeling well at all, and I didn't really want to hang out in town. But stay tuned because I'm quickly going to bring you up to date about everything I planned for this year in our homeschool. So currently my head's like all over the show. Remember in previous videos I've said that I think I'm going to do things differently this year. And I have now made my final decision to do things different and to just take a leap of faith and test it and try it and see if it works. Sorry, my phone rang there. So yeah, I think that this year is going to determine a lot for me as a homeschool mom, and also for the kids. We are definitely looking forward to it. They don't want to go back to school, so we're still on the same page there. I think I did a couple of check-ins just to make 100% sure that they don't want to go back to school, so we're still on the same page there. But I'm not going to follow any specific platform this year, or any specific one curriculum or one set of books that's all the same range. I am definitely winging it this year. I spent most of December writing a curriculum for the kids, and I'm going to explain to you why. But before we get to that, let me just quickly show you what I'm planning. So what I did was English and math and science. What I did was I took all the books that we've been using over the past 3 years at home, which is obviously many different grades because I've got 4 kids. So what I did was I went back to those books and I looked at the stuff that gets repeated every year, but it just goes more into detail the next year. So what I did was I took all of that out and I wrote basically a curriculum: math, English and science, the things that are always repeated and the things that they always every year basically redo, just with 1 or 2 steps added. So that's what I did there, and that is obviously based on the British curriculum, Cambridge. Then with life skills, what I did was I went and I looked in the science books and took things that I feel is not that sciencey. It's more like a life skill lesson, like for instance electricity. I don't just want them to understand electricity, like I added the dangers of electricity and the importance of electricity. So those kind of things I took out of science book and I put it in with life skills. Then I also added my own things to life skills, things that I want the kids to learn this year. And some of it is really stupid and most of the kids already know how to do it. Like for instance, one was how to boil an egg, from soft to medium to hard, and like that would be a lesson. So I put in how to sew a button on pants or your dress. Let me quickly check here. What else is 911 situations. Although we more or less know what to do because we've had that, I still want to check in with them and make sure that they know that. So with life skills, what I did was I took a bit of school curriculum and then I added a whole lot of just normal, everyday home living. What do you do when? How do you do if? That kind of stuff. Stuff that we as adults think is common sense, but you know what? It's only common sense because we learned it at some point in our lives. Then with geography and history, I chose a country a month. So let's say, okay, February is South Africa. Oh, I'm so hot. February is South Africa. Then we are going to do South African history and South African geography all in that month and learn as much about South Africa as possible. Now, what we're also going to do when a country is in that month, we are only going to cook that food. So anything traditional in South Africa will be cooked in February. We won't have any Italian, we won't have any Mexican, we won't have any pasta. It's literally just going to be South African traditionals. And I have already worked out the menus, so I'm not even going to have to sit and think about it. It's already done, which I think is high five to me. It's a mom win. So February is Italy, February is South Africa, March Italy, April is Germany, May is the UK. And with UK, I was thinking I'll touch like Wales and Scotland and Ireland a little bit. June is France. July is America, USA. August is South America, so the whole of South America. Then September is Greece. October will be the Far East, so China, Japan, Russia, Indonesia, those places. Maybe I'll touch a little bit of Australia. And then November will be Egypt. So we will be doing like geography and history on each one of these countries. And for that month, we will only eat that food, traditional dishes. And hopefully the kids enjoy the food because, I don't even know how to cook half the things. But at least the menu's worked out for the year. Then I have added a couple of other things to the curriculum that I feel is quite important that I want to do this year with the kids. One of them is gardening. So, we won't go too big because I'm very inexperienced with that. But I do want to plant a veggie garden. It's August, September, depending on how the seasons are going. So I've just in the curriculum put like how are we going to plan it, how are we going to design it, how do you budget for it, and then obviously shop for it, and then obviously do the physical work. But that will only be later in the year when the weather will be right for it. And then my husband used to make furniture many moons ago. So what I want him to do this year with the kids is I want them to decide on a furniture piece. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a table or side table or a coffee table, anything simple enough to make. And then I want him to teach them how to use the tools, like the jigsaw, the normal saw. I know we have the, what do you call it? The grinder, the bolts, the nuts, the drill, all those kind of things. I want all of them to know how the tools work, so that it's something that they can just check off on their to learn list for this year and for their life. So that's basically what I'm going to do. We are not starting yet. We're only going to start next week, Wednesday. Nika is still at the beach with my parents. She's coming home tomorrow. But I am very excited to see the kids grow this year. And then I've got one more thing that I'm going to do with them every day. Okay, so then the one thing that I'm going to do with them every day is how we're going to start our day. And I saw it from a couple of homeschool moms in America. So they call it the morning basket, and that's basically how they start the day before they jump into work. So every morning basket obviously looks different. You can do what you want with it. But mine includes obviously Bible and praying together as a family, and then I'm going to bring in like a little bit of a 10-minute exercise thing or something fun, like maybe a 10-minute yoga session, or just to wake them up. And then I will read for them in the mornings. But while I read, I'm going to let them practice their handwriting. I know Nika is going to grade 8 and she probably doesn't have to do that anymore. But unfortunately for her, she has to be the example, so she's going to have to do it. And then I definitely want to like focus on what time of the year it is, what's the season, what do you feel in the air, what is different than a month ago. Like, really let them enjoy and experience their senses. And then I want us to write a gratitude journal together as a homeschool, just so that we can sort of note the year and see, where we start and where we end at the end of the year. I think that's going to be very nice. So that's my morning basket every day. And then we will start with school. Okay, then as far as sports go, they are going to continue with everything they did last year, the singing, the dancing and all of that. But I am currently trying to get Luke into a golf lesson, and I'm also trying to get the boys involved in rugby. So yeah, they haven't replied yet, but I did only send the email out yesterday, so I'm sure once they read it, it will be sorted. Then the last thing for this year that I really hope works out the way I plan it is I signed us up for the family package of masterclass. So what I would like to do, we all have our own profiles. So what I would like to do is I want everybody to choose a course, anything. I mean, they literally have everything under the sun. For instance, Nika got a ukulele for Christmas and she really wants to play it, and there's ukulele lessons. And masterclass lessons are, it's from the best in the world. So like I would like her to choose a ukulele course, and then she has 2 months to finish the whole course. But you can imagine masterclass, everything is available. So I want them to every 2 months choose a new course, and then by the end of the year they would have done like at least 5 proper masterclass courses, which I think is brilliant. And that will either fall into school time when we are, if we finish a bit earlier, or they must do it in their own time, but they have 2 months to finish a course. I think it's important that they learn other stuff as well, So yeah, that pretty much sums up what I'm planning for this year. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super nervous to not have something to fall back on, but this world is so amazing and there's so many resources available, and I've done this now for so long, so I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna be okay. And only time will tell, if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. It's just the year, and we will not end this year with them having less knowledge. Let's put it like that. So super excited about this year. We will be doing our 500 subscriber celebration next week. It's going to be a super fun one. And yes, I hope that you guys are doing well, and that whoever's gone back to school today did it in a happy, cheerful way. And take care of yourself, enjoy the school year, and I will check in with you soon. Bye guys.